Welcome travelers, I'm Free2Play and I'm your guide for successful free-to-play adventure on Terra. Today we beat the EX5 floor in the Apothecary Training Tower. This is not a difficult fight, but it is a long one if you missed on Haze. Let's go over my team composition here. I've got 5 stars here, and Soleil is the one who does the most healing here, because Regen is a thing from the past in this fight, not in the others from EX1 to EX4. There you can go for the Regen, but not in this one. It is dispelled after every turn, so you should rely on a constant healing here if your character are too slow. But as you can see here, Soleil is at a speed of 308 and the X-Master has like 310, so you can decide for increasing her speed, or you can just use Gertrude's dog skill to minimize the speed of the enemy, and this will also take care of it. This was my strategy. I have the most recent hollow equipment here, but only specialized in physical defense, apart from Soleil, who has not as much as HP, and I wanted to have at least a bit over 3000. If you equip 3 souls on a hollow weapon, you gain a bonus of a crit and physical attack, so you should go for it on any hollow Hell-X you have, if you have the possibility to equip a 3rd one. The others should contain something like physical attack up. For the accessories, I would go for beastly scarves for the one who don't have enough physical defense, and of course for SP regeneration here. But it worked very well with this composition, and I'd like to show you now how it went. And hopefully it will help you clear this one too. So let's get into the battle. What I find really interesting, you have turns left 99. And I didn't know that I have to take care of this turn limit, but you will see later why I say this. The X-Master has dark and X as a weakness and light too. And the ad has every elemental weakness, but no X, so a dual harvest is also fine here, and otherwise you should go for single target X attacks here, which really help in the end of the fight, which I cover in the next minutes. So 12 shields left, the death sentence won't affect me here, and it won't in the later part of this fight, but the paralysis will affect me, but it will only cure after mostly all of my units did strikes, so it is important to have more speed than the X-Master. In the turn afterwards you can just exchange the units, so that the paralysis is not as critical here for your shield breaking and for your damage in between the break. It is good to mention here that I have only 3 skills on Alphen. This is the Last Stand, the 4-fold X attack, and a Wi-Fi if someone is just dying from something, which I didn't know at first because I have not informed myself about this fight. And as you can see here, I have only 1 unit who can use Wi-Fi, and this just mostly killed this unit. So he has very strong attacks, and maybe you should go for the equipment which gives the same elemental and physical defense because of those fire attacks which really hit hard. But this just matters when he hits 1 unit alone. So it is kind of random here, and you shouldn't have any problems with that. But just for you to know this. Okay, as you can see here, 12 shields left. This is no problem at all, but in the later part of this fight, it will be a problem if you don't shave enough shields. So you really have to take as much shields as possible at any given time, and I would suggest to not do this what I did right here. Don't go all out with the ultimates too soon, because most of those are multi-hitting moves which you maybe need later if you're low on SP or you have no BP left to do multiple attacks, which almost ruined my run here. But just for you to know. Okay, here you can see a very strong ice attack. Okay, here you can see a very strong ice attack, so having an elemental defense here is a very good thing. But you can also see here the fight didn't went that long, and he's almost at 50% of his HP. So maybe you would have thought, okay, I did a great thing here, I just continue with what I'm doing and then I should be fine. No, really no. There's one skill in particular which is incredible increasing the whole difficulty of this fight, and this will come in the next rounds, maybe after the next break. So I will skip this part here. So after getting him into the break and doing a bit more damage here, maybe he's at 40% of his life if it occurs earlier, but after he comes out of the break, he will just activate a new skill, and it is called the Elixir of Focus, and this is giving him 6 shields at the end of his turn. And just for you to count this in, you have to break way more shields than you did before. So this time I was thinking, okay, Gertrude's skill is very good, but maybe I should have had more units here who are way faster to act before him. This would have made the fight a bit easier, because now I have to concentrate on breaking the shields and not making him slower. So here I have to consume every BP here to do as many attacks as possible, and that's why I told you earlier that if you have more ultimates here which cause more multiple attacks, it is easier for you to break more shields. 14 is a very good number here because I can break him in this turn, but it was on point. If I didn't have as much BP here, or I have not a unit like Alphen who can strike 4 times, maybe it would have been over here right now. And the fight is not over here. It will be a bit more difficult after he gets out of the break. So I will just let everyone attack here, and I thought the quadricleave is a bit more stronger, but you should use this skill really only for shield shaving if you need one more than her triple cleave. Okay, now I only have 3 turns to get all his shields down, and he's also regenerating the 6 shields after every of his turns, so this can be quite difficult here because he now has 21 and I only have 2 turns left. So you see now what's going on. I don't have the time to heal, I don't have the time to regenerate more BP here, and now the enemy has 14 shields and I only have 1 turn left. So this is just luck here that I had enough of the shield breaks here to deal with him again before my Theo was gone for good. I wouldn't have any chance to Wi-Fi on him because then I would miss the 4 shield shaves I would have done. Okay, now you can see Rodion is just gone because of the toxin, which does really high damage. I didn't know if you had the focus on this, but he was hit 2 times with this fire attack, which hit Alphen once, and he then had the toxic also. So yeah, it was just bad luck here, but that could have happened to Alphen too, and that's why I arranged all my units here to have at least one in the back who has the ability to have 50% resistance to any status element. So this can save your life here. And now with the X-Master gone, you only have one goal, just to demolish his HP before you have only 0 turns left. But luckily it was mainly 20 turns or something I needed to break him down, and this was very satisfying. So as you can see here, I did a loop here which contains the Delta Tempest from Loomis and the other elemental attacks, and try to deal as much X damage in between so that I use every turn here effectively, because this ad has as much HP as the X-Master. I don't have Alphen here with an ice attack, which would be really helping here, but I didn't know this before, and that's why I equipped the Wi-Fi, which helped me here because of Rodion's dark attack, so it doesn't matter in the end, so it is fine anyway. I just fast forward here a bit and we're coming to the point where I just defeat this guy, because there was nothing in particular which I can tell you more which will help you with the ad, because he's mostly doing something like 500 damage and is not a threat to you after the X-Master is gone. So this is the Apothecary Training Tower EX5. If you have any questions about this fight, please write them in the comments or write in my Discord group. And if you'd like this channel to class up, I really appreciate a subscription and thumbs up. See you next time, you're free to play.